Hello, and welcome to ResellQueen Chronicles. I am Tiffy T the ResellQueen, your host. Hello, everyone. I want to first let you know that we have a jam-packed show. I'm going to try and keep it under 30, maybe 40 minutes. I don't like to take up too much of your time. Today, we're just going to do a bunch of reseller news of things that are happening, that are coming out during this time period. But I want to just first say a big thank you to all of my viewers and all of my listeners. Today, I had a very surreal moment, and I got like notification from I believe it's Spotify, one of the places that that has this podcast. And I was going through like all your metrics for the year and things like that. And when I was looking at it and I saw the growth of this show, I just couldn't believe it, because here I am just sitting rambling about something that I love. And I realized, wow, I have a lot of people that watch this, and I have a lot of people in other countries that watch this. And hello to Denise. I see you. It's nice to see you. I will definitely be talking to you soon. So I just wanted to say thank you to, if you've ever watched or listened or shared something that you heard on this podcast. Just wanted to say thank you. I really, really appreciate it. It lets me know that what I'm doing is the right thing. I always knew it was the right thing, but it's nice to get that little confirmation that, wow, I am reaching people, and it's important what I say, and that it's reaching a multitude of people, which is exactly what I wanted to do. So I just wanted to thank all of my viewers, everyone around the world that is watching and listening to me, because I found out, wow, I am being listened to in 15 different countries. And I wasn't expecting that today when I looked over all of my metrics and stuff. So I just wanted to say hi and thanks. I really, really appreciate it, and hope that what I provide to you is something that you are looking for. So, all right. So on to my first topic. Now, if you happen to also watch me on Entrepremommies, which is another podcast that I co-host with my really good friend, Nicole Flamer. We spoke on this topic because it affects business, but I wanted to speak a little bit more in depth about this particular topic for ResellQueen Chronicles today, because I want to explain what I'm going to do about it. So it was just announced, as most people know what's going on with COVID. There's a whole new variant that's been announced, and China has put a new restriction on people that work on cargo ships, or sailors, or seamen, whatever they call them over there. And the quarantine is actually for 7 weeks. So the way the quarantine works, from the way that I understand, they are at sea for 2 weeks. Then there is a portion of time where they are tested and are quarantining away from family, friends, and they're in a whole separate area where they live. And that's a 7-week process. And then at that point, they're able to go to be with their family. I don't know what happens as far as financially, or what type of compensation they are receiving, but nevertheless, they have 7 weeks worth of not working. It's causing a problem, obviously, for the owners of the cargo ships, because when they get back to sea, they can't just pick up a whole new set of crew. That crew is still quarantining. So why am I talking about this, and why is this important? if you are still sourcing from China at this time and you think your stuff is going to get here in time to be shipped to people for Christmas, I highly doubt it. I'm just letting you know. If I were you, I would be looking at another source. That's what I would be doing. I would be looking at another source at this point. Now, obviously, if you listen to me, you know I would have told you that around September, actually around June, July is when you should have started thinking about fourth quarter. And you should have gotten things ordered so that you can be on top of needs. Don't think what you're ordering from China is going to make it in time. I'm not saying that it won't. I'm just saying it doesn't have a good percentage of that happening. So I just wanted to highlight that. I didn't see it that much like in the news, but I did see the article come up and I just thought, oh my goodness, I need to make sure that people know about this because it's going to cause problems. And it's not just going to cause problems beyond, the Christmas holiday. It's according to how long this variant becomes a problem. We really don't know, how can I say, how badly the effects of this new variant is. So it's going to be a situation where we kind of have to wait and see. We really don't know. So one of the things that's kind of happening is that the ships are kind of like being rerouted to work around the Chinese restrictions. So if their ship is trying to work around it, it's still going to prolong your shipping. So it's time to start looking elsewhere. That's really the best thing I can tell you if you're worried about products. The other thing that I would suggest is time to start looking at non-physical products, digital products. I know if you follow me on YouTube, I said I was going to be dropping some more videos. I got a little busy and I have not dropped what I wanted to drop, but this is actually something that I wanted to discuss on one of the videos, is to talk about how to make digital products and how to sell them so you don't have to worry about shipping. It might be time to start looking into that if you haven't already. I'm just saying. So I wasn't going to dwell on that because we spoke about that way more in depth on Entrepremommies this week. So if you are like, wait a minute, what's Entrepremommies? That's the other podcast that I'm on where we talk about things that are just specifically for business and also our life and being mommies and trying to run businesses while we're moms, wives, and everything else in between. And if you ever want to listen or watch us, you can do it the same way. We're on all podcast channels, and that is ENTREPREMOMMIES, Entrepremommies. That's what we are. So as I said, we talked about that more in depth, but I just wanted to bring that up on this broadcast. So on to the next thing. All right. So everybody knows by now that eBay has two versions, I'll put it this way, of promoted listings. It used to be, well, it still is. It's still available, but I'm just going to explain. It used to be you make a listing and you say, I want that listing promoted. And the listing got promoted. The item sold and you paid a fee for it. Easy peasy. However, now there is a promoted listing advanced that is happening. So what that really is, if you're familiar with Amazon, it's pay per click. So that means whether your item sells or not, you are going to be paying for paying for the advertising. So one of the things that will be helpful with learning how to do that is not just make your listing and just click on promoted advance and pray for the best. This is where, if you don't know already, you need to learn about keywords. And what I mean by that is you need to know what are the best words or phrases that go along with your product, so that when a person searches with that key or that phrase, they can find your product. So I'm not going to go very deep into that, because that in itself is its own show. The only thing I'm going to talk about briefly is to understand that you need to know that. So when you gather up what the best keywords are for your product, you want to make sure that you have those in your listing and have a good explanation of what those what those products are. I'm sorry, what those keywords are, so that way you will be able to have your listing come up on those searches. If you are familiar with Amazon and using the PPC advertising, it's similar to the same thing. You want to use the right keywords so that your item comes up. That's the biggest thing that you want to do. eBay, they did do a little bit of announcement that they have some new features that are now live for their promoted listing. What's new is the monthly keyword search counts. You can now see how many times shoppers have searched a suggested keyword in the last 30 days. That's good. That's good. It's really good, not just for making a listing. That's good so that you know what to source. You need to see what people searching for. The ability to download campaign reports in bulk. So now you can kind of use the reports tab to download and schedule reports to your promoted listings advanced beta campaigns. So this kind of saves you time by allowing you to download reports at the account level and for multiple campaigns at once. Okay, then there's a couple other things, but one of the things that I do like is they've hidden the zero quantity or out of stock limits. So when you create an ad group, you will no longer be able to add out of stock listings. This will help improve your ad performance and whatever. So basically, if you don't got the stock, you're not going to be able to use the promoted listings. Makes sense. Why would you try and promote something and you don't have the inventory? It's kind of funny because you can kind of do that on Amazon. They're not going to promote it because you don't have anything on it. You don't have any inventory, but it's kind of funny that they had to do that. So they had a couple other things that are not really big, but they do have a nice blog on eBay. And I'll add that link I can put it into the chat and onto the description. It talks about learning keyword strategy. I glossed over it and thought, wow, this is kind of informative. And I'm glad that they are doing that, because it helps them to get the items sold if you know what to put in your listings and you know what to put out there. So I am going to put that link in. I'm going to put it in the description box if you happen to be listening, and I'm going to put it in the description in the comments box so that you guys can see it. I think it's a very good blog post that will be helpful. So I think it's really good. So I'm going to provide that for you guys so that you can see that. It's going to take a minute and put that in the comments. I just kind of wanted to talk about that because eBay put that out this week. Now, I kind of find it odd that they're making all these changes around the fourth quarter, but this is a change that I think is okay. That's just what I think. I think it's okay to make those type of changes. And of course, eBay is really promoting as they're calling it cost per click ad. So they are really promoting it like on their different Twitter sites and things like that to sellers, as providing eBay tips for sellers. So obviously they want it to be used, but if they're promoting it, that means they should have all the kinks out. So that's it for that. And we will be right back after this.
Shipping can be complicated and time-consuming, but it doesn't have to be that way. Welcome to ShipStation, a web-based shipping software for online retailers. Import orders from wherever you sell and create labels for however you ship, all in one place. With our powerful automation tools, mobile app, and branded tracking page, you can focus less on shipping and more on growing your business. With ShipStation, you save both time and money. Let's get ship done. Get started with ShipStation today.
Click the link in the description box to receive a special discount from ShipStation.
Tax season is full of what ifs. What if I'm not taking all my deductions? What if I'm supposed to get more? What if I don't have time to go to a professional? Let One Stop Taxes take the stress out of this tax season. Our tax professionals can give you a quote in minutes using the My One Stop Taxes app, found in the Apple Store or Google Play. Using your cell phone or tablet, take pictures of your ID and tax documents. Select your tax preparer's name, upload your documents, and submit. It's that simple. Your preparer will send you a customized tax quote back. Then you can approve it and sign your return all from home. Need cash fast? Request a cash advance and you could receive your money within hours. Download the My One Stop Taxes app today and let us do the rest.
Download the free One Stop Taxes app today. Get your free quote. Use Tiffany Tracey as your tax preparer to receive your free quote.
And we are back. Welcome back to ResellQueen Chronicles. So just wanted to talk about a couple more things. So I was looking over some articles and I saw this one and thought it was kind of funny. So the post office said they ready. Okay, they didn't say it like that, but they're saying they are prepared better this year than they were last year to handle the load of holiday delivery. I believe them because even though we are still in the times of COVID, COVID is still here. However, we have a vaccine, people are going out. There's more movement around the country right now than there was last Christmas season. So it's a possibility that they are getting prepared. According to the post office, they have increased the number of full-time employees by 8%. Now, I think it's good to note that normally around the holiday season, they add a lot of seasonal employees. So that's part of what they would normally do. I don't know if they were able to add that many employees last year, because of COVID and unemployment, things like that. So they have added more full-time employees, facilities floor space by 48%, and their package processing capacity by 16% compared to last season. Right? And the post office management expects those percentages to increase even more as its remaining initiatives are implemented. So now, just to kind of put you in the mind frame of what's going on in the country, the national labor shortage can impact the post office plan. Their plan is to actually hire 45,000 temporary employees for the season. There is also a nationwide shortage of commercial truck drivers that could affect their ground transportation, for their logistics. Management has secured leases for 40 of the 70 peak season annexes. So may not have all the facilities together. the post office has installed only 84 of the planned 89 package processing machines for processing facilities. However, that's not bad considering the plan was to do 89. They only got 84. They still have time to install the rest. So the Inspector General did, from the Inspector General, they pointed out the challenge posed by the nationwide labor shortage. The audit did not address another challenge, low morale among postal workers who take heat from customers upset by the mail slowdown. And, I'm going to tell y'all something. The person that is delivering your mail, it ain't their fault that things are coming late. Now, I do not work at the post office. I never had. However, I have been a contractor for the post office when I had a commercial cleaning business. The post office was actually one of my first accounts that I ever secured. And I learned a lot about the process there just by, cleaning the floors and everything, learning what goes on. First and foremost, when the mail gets there, it's not like already sorted. It's really only sorted for that particular post office. So they get these big bins that come in, and the people that work at the counter, they're there early. Well, at least at the one that I worked at, they were there early. I was getting there at about 5:30, 6 o'clock. They were coming in around the same time, and they were starting the process to sort the mail. So they actually sort the mail to go to the post, to go to the PO boxes, and then they would go and sort the mail that went to the particular routes. Then when the actual delivery person got there, they took that mail and then they sorted it for their route. So it goes through a whole process before it gets to you. And let me tell you something. Those people there are working hard to get your mail out to you. Don't start cussing out your mail person. That ain't right. It is not their fault that things are getting slowed down, because I'm pretty sure that the person delivering your mail is not in the board meeting when they're talking about this stuff. They're just the recipient of all the rules that come down. So I just wanted to lay that out there for a minute, because I don't think that's right. As a person who needs the post office to do my business, would never want to speak down to or talk in a bad or negative light about the people that work at the post office, because it's not the people, the real people working there that are causing these things. It's those in the high up in the boardrooms with the mansions and their private jets that are causing these problems. It's not their fault. So that's my little piece that I wanted to say about that. So just know the post office, in my opinion, I think they will do better this year than they did last year. There were so many other things that were happening last year. I think that they will do better. Along with that, Etsy and Walmart actually had a conversation with the White House. They briefed them on supply chain challenges. So the CEO of Walmart and other retailers, they met at the White House on Monday, and they briefed the President Biden on supply chain challenges. So it was just like a roundtable that included the National Economic Council and the director of the Office of Public Engagement. All right, so it was a lot of different companies represented. It wasn't just Walmart, but it was also Best Buy, CVS, Food Lion, Kroger, Mattel, Samsung. Oh, I love my Samsung. Follow that guy on TikTok. He is hilarious. I love my Samsung. A couple other outlets. They also said port and and transit delays were improving, noting that about 2/3 of what the company sells in the US is made or grown domestically. That makes sense for most places, especially the supermarket chains that were there. I would imagine that most of their stuff is domestic, but not for Walmart. I would not expect that. As we all know, every time you go there, it always says something made in China. The other third has a meaningful portion coming from Canada and Mexico, which is helpful. So this is good that they feel that there is going to be a good outlook on the supply chain. I'm going to err on the side of caution. I'm going to tell you right now, we just got a liquidation load, and we're able to probably sell things just a little bit higher because they are in demand. Now, I would never, ever, ever, ever tell a person to price gouge, but I'm going to put it like this. If a person really wants what you have, they're going to pay what they're going to pay, because the right price of the item is the price that a customer is willing to pay. And that's what I'm going to say about that. So I just want to also give you guys just a quick update. As you know, it's the holidays, so I am probably going to have about 2 more shows for this year. I will do another show next week, and the week after that is going to be my last show. I normally go live on Wednesdays, but eBay is having a seller update on December 16th. So I am going to attend that, take my notes from it, and I will be going live that night instead of Wednesday. And I will just go over what they discuss, may also talk about planning for next year, things like that. But I wanted to make sure that you got a fresh show about what eBay is going to talk about. I know eBay puts out their video, but they kind of, in my opinion, wait a little too late to put that out. Normally, sometimes it's like they'll have it on a Wednesday or a Thursday, and you don't get to see the video until like next week, the week after, or something like that. This way you can get the highlights, get my thoughts and whatnot. And that will probably be the last show for 2021. And I will probably come back mid-January sometime. I'm not sure the exact date just yet. I'm still going to continue to go live on all the platforms of Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. So you'll still be able to see me there. I'm just not sure of which particular day I will be doing that, because I have some other things coming up. I am going to still keep it on Wednesday. I like doing it on Wednesday nights, and we will be going from there. So this has been another edition of ResellQueen Chronicles. I hope you guys got a little bit out of what I spoke about today. If you want to contact me, you can contact me at info@resellqueen.com. If you want to talk to me about starting the resale journey, you have questions about the resale journey, you can always send me an email. I'm not going to lie, I may not get to it right away, but I will respond, or I'll have someone else respond on my behalf, and we'll be able to talk, and I'll be able to help with that. Also, we're going to also work on getting a few more guests to talk about different platforms to help you with exploring your business, maybe some other ideas of things that you can do with your business, because we are all about financial independence around here. So I hope you guys enjoyed this latest installment of ResellQueen Chronicles. Bye.